Conversations with Nell, Christmas Special 2020. Introduction.
This is where we introduce ourselves.
I don't think that's necessary, Nell. I've known you since you were a puppy.
Good grief, not everyone knows who we are. Do keep up.
Of course. My name is Sara, and I live in a cottage near the sea in the beautiful South Hams in Devon in the United Kingdom.
I am Nell, a pedigree black Labrador and head of the family.
I'm not sure you can say that, Nell.
I just did.
Yes, but Kev and I are your owners.
Well, if that's what you think, then it's fine with me. We dogs know the real truth.
Chapter 1.
I'm not really looking forward to Christmas this year, Nell. It's all so different.
I think a lot of people are feeling that way.
No family, no friends, no hugs.
Oh dear. There is always the eye bone, and you can Zoom. Stop being so bar humbug.
Yes, I know. I just don't seem able to snap out of it.
A hot mince pie and a glass of mulled wine by the fire later will soon sort you out.
I didn't think Poppy was making mince pies, as they're dangerous for dogs.
Well, we all know not to touch them, even David. Anyway, she's made us quince pies. Apparently they're good for arthritis.
An awful lot of Christmas food is dangerous for dogs if you think about it. Christmas cake, chocolate logs, mulled wine. The list goes on.
Right, that's enough. Put your hat and coat on. We're going down to the sea.
I'm too tired.
I don't care. If you insist on filling your house with animals, then you need to accept that those animals must be walked.
Princess is a seal. She can't be walked. And Manuel is an octopus. And what about Henry and Horst? They are woodlice.
Princess Manuel and our penguin are travelling down to the sea in Knitwell Wolf's sidecar, and Henry and Horst ride on David's woolly hat. You know that.
How are the larger animals getting there?
They're walking. It's only down the road. Olive, the other reindeer, will be wearing fairy lights on her antlers, so she will lead the way. And we shall all sing carols as we walk.
Do you know the Welsh Corgi Choir have been told they can't go carol singing in groups of more than 6, and then only if they spread themselves so far out that they can hardly hear each other?
Yes, I know. It's been like that for a long time. Tony had to stop singing with the old gaffers, remember?
It's a sad old world, isn't it?
Oh, for goodness sake, do stop. It won't be forever.
No, you're right. It just feels like that at the moment.
Go and put your coat and boots on and find that lovely soft scarf Knitwell Wolf gave you made from alpaca fleece.
Do you realise that Alejandro had to suffer for that? He's going to freeze down on the beach.
Alejandro is used to losing fur. It's part of an alpaca's life. Anyway, he has his poncho.
You don't see a lot of ponchos in Devon, do you?
Not yet. Knitwell Wolf and the cat are introducing them as part of their new winter clothing range, however, so I'm expecting to see them everywhere very soon.
I might be too short for a poncho.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Gladys wears one all the time.
Yes, but she's turned Ecuadorian since she's been with Alejandro. I'm half Welsh.
Your clothes are not determined by your nationality, you know. Not all West Highland White Terriers wear kilts.
True. And not all Scotties play the bagpipes.
Something for which I, for one, am eternally grateful. Now, Poppy has packed us a picnic, just in case. A few sandwiches, cross off, some scones, a lemon drizzle cake, and a flask of tea.
That should keep the wolf from the door.
Well, I certainly hope not, as Knitwell Wolf has just arrived. Our penguin is going to film it all, by the way, so we can share it with family and friends on YouTube. Just because they're far away doesn't mean they can't join in.
Yes. Sorry.
Chapter 2.
You're not going to believe this.
I just might.
It is the most amazing thing ever. I mean, really incredible. In fact, I can hardly believe my eyes.
Yes, I know Knitwell Wolf's sequin cardigan is a bit over the top. The cat decorated it for him, and he simply couldn't say no. You have to admit that forest green is definitely his colour, though.
Yes, it is, although having Prince Rupert sequined on the back does make him look like some kind of gangster rapper.
Yes, David wants one too now, of course, with Big Dave on the back. Well, what is it then? Gladys's blonde wig? She thinks she looks like Elsa from Frozen.
It's not that either. Actually, she does look a bit like a very small Elsa in a black fur coat.
Well, then it has to be Olive the reindeer's nose ring. I told her not to do it, but she insisted.
Isn't that more of a bull thing?
Well, Olive says gender should not be an issue. We should all be free to be who we are regardless.
The cat would definitely agree with that.
Yes, it said, "Go girl," and did a high five.
Anyway, it isn't the nose ring.
But what is it?
I've seen Muttley.
Muttley? Our dear departed Muttley?
Well, he's not entirely the Muttley we used to know, as he's completely white. But I know it's really him. I can tell by his voice.
Have you been drinking the mulled wine again? I know it is warming, but it is a little early in the day for that, don't you think?
No, I was having an afternoon nap, and when I woke up, there he was, hovering at the foot of my bed.
Hovering at the foot of your bed? How extraordinary. Now, you know this was a dream, don't you? Hovering is usually reserved for birds and insects.
No, I'm sure it was real. He spoke to me in Muttley's voice.
What did he say?
He didn't say anything at first. I squealed with joy and was about to rush towards him when he raised a paw to tell me to stop.
Well, I'm on his side. You can get carried away. Nobody likes to be bounced. Well, what happened then?
I said, "Is it really you, Muttley?" And he smiled.
Muttley has a lovely smile. Did he really look like Muttley?
He wasn't wearing his dinner jacket, just some long dress-like thing. A bit like the time he played the Archangel Gabriel at Christmas. Remember?
But no wings, I presume. I hope it wasn't a sheet, only that would be so dreadfully predictable.
No, more of a caftan without the beading and sort of floaty.
My caftan doesn't have beading.
Never mind. Do you want to know what he said?
But of course. Please continue.
He said,
Hello. It is me, Muttley. I've come to have a little chat with you.
How did you change your voice just then? You sounded just like him.
Did I? How odd.
Yes. It was rather disconcerting, to be honest. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Well, stop doing it. Did he say anything else?
Yes. He said,
Word has come to me that you have been feeling a little low.
Well, that's true.
Yes, I've been awfully down.
Well, you've been thoroughly miserable, and not at all a joy to be with. In fact, quite unlike your usual self.
Did you just pay me a compliment?
I might have done. Accidentally.
Anyway, Muttley gave me a long stare and said,
Indeed. I am told that you are not feeling Christmassy at all this year.
No, you're not. I wonder who told him.
I don't know. So I explained to Muttley that I just wasn't feeling festive with all the restrictions because of COVID-19 and the not seeing my family or friends.
And what was Muttley's response?
He nodded sagely and tapped his nose with his paw.
He always used to do that when he was thinking.
And then he said,
Well, we're going to have to do something about that.
And he disappeared.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Did he float out of the window?
No, he just faded away. Sorry.
Chapter 3.
Nell, come here now.
Stop shouting! I'm in the middle of a Zoom call with my reading group.
Well, you're going to have to leave it. He's back.
Who?
Muttley, and he's brought a friend.
Oh, good grief.
Hurry up.
I'm on my way. Right. I'm here.
Thank goodness you were just in the next room.
What on earth is the matter with you? There's no one else here.
Can't you see them?
No.
Surely you can't miss an elderly white patterdale in a dress and a golden retriever.
There is nobody here but you.
Oh, my goodness, Nell. I recognise the golden retriever.
Well, it can't be Sally. She's in London.
No, it's Santa, our first dog. My darling Santa, it's definitely her, only she looks younger and shinier. How can that be?
Well, talk to her, ask her why she's here.
Wait, Muttley is saying something.
What's he saying?
My dear friend and fellow guardian Santa is joining me today. She wants you to know that she's been watching over you since the day she left.
Well, yes, that's what we do. I've told you that countless times. How are you doing that Muttley voice? It really is most disconcerting.
I told you I don't know. He's speaking again.
Is he explaining why he's there?
Yes.
Santa is here to help you remember the way things used to be. So let's have a look at the past together.
How's he going to do that? With a PowerPoint presentation or on an iBone?
No, I can see them now. It's like a mirage.
But I can't see anything.
Look, there's me playing hide-and-seek in the park as a child with my sisters and Santa. She's hiding behind a tree, but we can still see her tail wagging. I remember that day so well. Happy times.
Well, that is a lovely memory. Can you see anyone else?
Yes. Now I can see Elisa as a baby. I was so frightened of doing something wrong.
All mothers are.
And there's Chris now, destroying her sandcastle on the beach. She was furious with him. How sweet they were, and so very precious.
They still are.
Yes, of course. And now they are children, and in their school uniforms. It's Chris's first day at school. I was so worried.
Oh, yes, every parent is.
They're teenagers now, Nell. We're at a Coldplay concert in Berlin. It was outside, and we had such a wonderful time.
What else can you see?
The images are blending into one another. They are like glimpses into the past. As soon as I catch one, it disappears.
How extraordinary.
Oh, Nell, she is there too, Nell. She is smiling and waving.
Your mother?
Yes, she looks so well and happy.
Can you hear her?
No, but I can feel her love reaching out to me, if that makes sense.
It does.
And now it's our first Christmas in Devon. Me and Kev and the whole family together. Turkey and crackers and happiness and laughter. The Christmas tree is lit up and the fire is crackling in the grate.
Wonderful memories. Are we there?
Yes, I can see you, Muttley and Poppy. Dave and Harriet are there too, and the Welsh Cookie Choir is singing.
I remember it well.
There are the grandchildren, Jonathan and Faye in Germany, with Elisa and Andre. Look at their darling faces. And Chris and Shannon in Toronto, with Marvin in the snow. He was very young then.
It must be last year when he was a puppy.
But now the images are changing very quickly. We seem to be going further backwards in time. I can see me in a suit. I'm rushing around. I'm in a car, on a train, on a plane.
You were very busy back then.
I can see everyone, but only briefly, as we're all rushing off in different directions. Why does it have to move so fast?
Well, life was like that then.
There are so many people, pushing and hurrying, taking no notice of each other.
Time is money, people to see, places to go.
The images are beginning to blur and fade. No! Don't leave me!
What's happening?
Muttley and Santa are fading too.
Oh, dear.
They've gone, Nell. Muttley and Santa have gone.
Did Muttley say anything before he left?
Yes, he did.
Together, but so far apart.
I see.
Do you? I'm not sure I do yet. Sorry.
Chapter 4.
Do you think Muttley is going to come back now?
Are we talking about completely white Muttley, the apparition?
Yes.
Well, of course he is. He has unfinished business.
Who with?
You. Did I hear you questioning the need for more fairy lights?
I just suggested we save money. These are very difficult times, Nell.
Good grief, you'll be rationing the bacon next.
I wouldn't dare. Dave would never forgive me.
Why don't you just curl up on the sofa in front of the fire with David and a good book?
That sounds like a good idea.
I'll be at the dining table making paper chains with Harriet if you need me.
Isn't Timothy the one you should be asking? He knows about art.
Timothy has gone on his Christmas retreat. This is not a safe time for turkeys. You know that.
Oh, yes. David smells of sage and onion.
He's been helping Poppy with the stuffing. Try and rest.
Oh, my goodness, Nell. He's back.
Who? Timothy? Oh, I hope not. It would be most unwise.
No, Muttley. He's hovering in front of the fire.
Oh, that was always his favourite place. He's probably warming himself.
I hope his dress doesn't catch fire.
It isn't a dress, it's a caftan.
Oh, yes.
Is Santa with him?
No, someone else this time. I don't know how to tell you this.
What?
It's Charlie.
Charlie?
Yes. He looks ever so handsome now and really well again.
Oh, my darling Charlie. Oh, I wish I could see him.
Wait, Muttley's talking.
What's he saying?
Shh.
Please welcome my fellow guardian Charlie. He is here to remind you of the delights of Christmas.
How are you doing that? You sound just like Muttley. Have you got some kind of voice changer hidden about your person?
No, it just comes out like that. Charlie is wasting his time trying to make me feel Christmassy. There's no point. I'm going to ask him to go.
No, you are not. This is my Charlie we are talking about here. If he can make the time to come and see you, then you're jolly well going to take the time to listen to what he has to say. Or show you.
I will, but there's nothing delightful about a COVID Christmas.
Why don't you just wait and see? You might be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, my goodness. I'm floating through the air, Nell.
Don't be silly. I told you not to start on the sherry. You're lying on the sofa.
It's ever so cold and snowy.
No, it isn't. It's quite mild. The llamas are out in their dressing gowns.
I'm in a big city. It's Toronto, and I'm looking into an apartment.
You certainly know how to travel.
I can see Chris and Shannon, and there is darling Marvin cuddled up with them on the sofa. He isn't a puppy anymore. I can see their Christmas tree with lots of presents scattered underneath it.
What are they doing?
They're looking at a screen. Oh, Nell, it's me and Kevin Devon, sitting in our house with you dogs all around us. They're talking to us.
Well, they're zooming with us, I expect. That's what we do now, remember?
Yes, we're smiling and waving. We look happy. Oh, Muttley's talking.
What's he saying?
A new kind of togetherness.
Very true.
I'm flying again, Nell. Where am I going now?
Don't ask me. As far as I'm concerned, I'm making paper chains at the dining room table and you and David are still on the sofa.
I'm in Germany. I can see Elisa and Andre and the children. They're all sitting together in the candlelight. They look so happy.
And what are they doing?
Eating gingerbread and singing Christmas songs.
One should never normally sing with one's mouth full, except at Christmas, when most things are allowed.
Elisa is reading them the night before Christmas. That's what I used to do for Elisa and Chris on Christmas Eve, and my mother used to do the same for me and my sisters.
Yes, I know. It was one of your happiest memories and a family tradition.
She's tucking them up in bed, and they're saying good night. And to us too. They're saying Happy Christmas to all of us, Nell. They're mentioning us all in turn and blowing kisses.
Well, of course they are. We are family.
Muttley is saying something again.
What?
Out of sight is not out of mind.
Wise animal.
And now I'm in another place. I don't think I've ever been here before. It's a city, and there's a big block of apartments with people sitting at their windows gazing out all alone.
That's very sad.
Yes, they look a little lonely.
I'm afraid many people are, especially at this time of year.
There are candles in all the windows, though.
They're to show people that they are loved.
And now a group of people are arriving in face masks, wearing Christmas hats and carrying boxes.
Oh,
They're leaving them outside each door and ringing the bell.
how lovely.
Yes, they are stepping back from the doors now and waiting.
And what is happening now?
People are opening their doors and smiling and waving to each other.
Perfect.
Everyone is wishing one another a happy Christmas.
Just as it should be.
Yes, Charlie is smiling.
I'm sure Muttley has something to say about this.
He does.
Never underestimate the kindness of strangers.
Muttley is right, as usual.
I'm flying again, Nell, but I can't see Muttley or Charlie anymore.
Stay calm.
I'm back. Where have they gone?
You never really went anywhere.
It certainly feels like I did.
Did Muttley say anything else to you?
Yes.
It's only in the darkness that the stars can really shine.
Is it all making any more sense now?
Do you know what? I think it is.
Feeling a little warm and Christmassy yet, even in these COVID times?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Chapter 5.
These mince pies are delicious.
Try adding some clotted cream.
That's ever so naughty.
Well, if you can't be naughty at Christmas, when can you?
I hope Muttley comes back, Nell.
Why?
I want him to know that I understand what he was trying to tell me.
And what would that be?
Well, we can learn from our past.
We can indeed.
Because we all make mistakes.
David can vouch for that.
And happy memories can carry us through difficult times.
Yes. I often think back to happier times.
Our loved ones are always watching over us.
You know they are.
And difficult times can actually bring out the best in people.
They certainly can.
But if we don't stop and listen, we will never hear.
So, maybe now is the time to stop?
Yes, we need to use this strange and difficult time to connect and reconnect.
You are right, we do.
We should reach out to each other and let people know that we care.
There are far too many lonely people out there.
And if we are feeling lonely, we need to let someone know.
Yes, we shouldn't be too proud to ask for help.
It is okay not to be okay.
It is.
But what if this is the way things are always going to be, Nell?
It isn't. Better days are ahead. New beginnings, I'm sure of it. Trust me. We just need to take one step at a time and keep going.
Muttley isn't coming back, is he?
No, his work here is done. He will continue to watch over you from afar with all the other guardians.
I think I'm going to Zoom with the family later. I need to see their faces.
Good idea.
And there are a few people I haven't spoken to in ages that I'm going to call.
Good.
Do you think Knitwell Wolf might read to us all by the fire?
I'm sure he will. We can do this, you know. All of us. Together.
Yes. Sorry.
No need for sorry.
Happy Christmas, Nell.
Happy Christmas, one and all.
You've been listening to the Conversations with Nell Christmas Special 2020 with Sunny Ormonde as Nell, Sarah Martin as herself, and Kevin Martin as the voice of Muttley. It was written by Sarah Martin, directed by Sue Wilson, and produced by Kevin Martin. The music is from Range of Sound. This was a Sarah Martin Media production.